Jeez. Hi, folks. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Mike,
Hello.
you are watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels and networks and platforms and whatever else you want to call them. I'm here in Southern California. That guy out there is.
I'm Dave Dinius. I'm in Newport News, Virginia. Got it
Didn't
right this
recognize
time.
didn't recognize Dave with his anger management tequila hat on. Congratulations to Chris Cardenas. We're taping this. They have just won a silver medal at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition, which is cool.
Silver and a bronze. Yep.
We called it first. We said that they were worthy. So that's they were a brand of promise, and they are now a force to be reckoned with. So, but today, we've got the boss.
The boss, El Jefe.
El Jefe Tequila. You may or may not have seen El Jefe. You can catch them on Instagram, but this is their bottle. And I got to say, Dave, I'm going to go on a limb right now. This has got to be a brand of promise nominee in packaging because this is some really cool. There you go. This is some really cool packaging. On the back, you have the molded name El Jefe.
Yep. Nice bold
on the
letters.
bottom, check it out. You have the mold here, molding of an agave or what looks like agave leaves, but it's also got little feet. This bottle kind of stands on its own. It's really kind of cool.
Embossed label.
Yep.
Little feel.
You've got some beveled shoulders on the bottle, so it's got good hand feel. You can hold it, and the bartenders are going to love it because you can hold it. It kind of reminds me of Patron / Casa Noble. It's got those rounded shoulders.
I like that it's really clean, and there's not a lot of. Yeah, there's not a lot to the. Yeah.
Yeah, Rick and I did Casa Mexico, and we fell in love with their branding, as well. They spent all the money on the juice, and very little on the bottle. It's not a pretty bottle, but it's a very intricate bottle with a lot of thought went into it, and this one does too. So, but anyway, we're gonna try the Blanco. Then we're gonna give you all the stats and stories on it. You can follow El Jefe on Instagram. That's where we found these folks. Interesting. Let's just say it's an interesting Instagram. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah. So it's everything. A little bit of boxing, a little bit of MMA. I guess we're going to use the Stasso Frito.
Yep.
And we're going to pour a little bit in here. And
bubbles.
Yeah,
nice.
We got some bubbles on there. You know how I love bubbles.
I know how you love them bubbles.
I love bubbles. Now, it's again, like we like to say, bubbles are they're a good sign, a good telltale sign. You want to. I personally look for bubbles. That doesn't always guarantee a great tasting juice, but it's a good sign. So, what do we got for legs and tears?
Legs and tears.
Oh, it's already giving it to us.
Looks like it's a little thick.
Oh, very pretty. String of pearls. Very pretty.
Nice clean color.
Yeah, it's pristine. It's I wouldn't say it's shiny, but it is clean.
Yeah.
Some of these will have a little bit of a sheen to them. I'm not sure if that's because of any type of glycerin, whether that happens, directly in distillation or if it's added, but very pretty.
Let's see here what we got.
Oh, hello.
Hello?
Take a whiff.
Take a whiff.
Yeah.
Ooh. Nice that's kind of mellow agave, not one that's going to.
Yeah, but it's
slap you upside the face.
I think it smells like a baked agave.
Yes, more like a baked.
More like a baked. But it's subtle.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. It's not one that's going to reach out and say, "Hello, I'm here."
Well, we've had a few, that came up that surprised the heck out of you. So, yeah, this was very subtle. And then in the middle, I'm getting some anise, just a hair of anise. I haven't had anise in a long time. In a Blanco. What are you getting in the middle?
I'm just really agave, maybe a slight bit of citrus.
Yeah, it was it. The first thing I got was the citrus. It kind of led the aroma, and then it disappeared, and here's the agave, and that just kind of took over
Yeah,
in a subtle kind of
just
way.
agave.
And then
Just baked agave.
let it open up in the center because that's where I'm getting the anise. In some blancos, anise is a little bit more pronounced, and I'm not sure why that is. I doubt that it's an additive. I think it's just something that happens on
This
purpose.
one.
Oh well, that's a Taona. Yeah.
That's got anise all
Oh,
day.
does it?
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Well, the Taona will lend that. I think Fortaleza has some notes of that.
That's probably one of the ones that I've had that have the most anise in it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't mention the one that I've had the most anise in because I'll get in trouble for that one. But anyway, actually, Fubar, Fubar and Alien have anise in it.
Oh,
Fubar is the higher proof brother of Alien, and
yes.
I love Fubar. I know it's got a funny name. You'll have to look it up online. They're co-owners. The owner of Alien is a co-owner of Fubar. So, um,
Yeah, this is just mellowing out.
boy, this is really subtle. You
Yeah.
know, looking at the bottle. The bottle looks tough, and the name is really tough. You know, El Jefe
Yeah,
means the
the
boss.
boss.
The boss, not to be confused with El Patron, because that's something else. That's a name we don't mention here. The name we will not mention. Uh, wow, this is kind of and has it opened up for you yet? A little bit more?
It is opening up a little bit. Yeah. But like I said, it's not really big and grabbing a hold of me.
Yeah. Well, let's dive in. Let's taste it. Maybe the taste is more robust. I don't know.
Maybe.
Let's go.
I get a sweetness up front, and that kind of carries back.
Yeah.
A little bit of pepper, the the pepper bite on the back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting, yes, some baked agave, but it's a little sweet.
Yeah, on the first pass, it's sweeter than I thought it would be, and I will tell you that finish. What a finish, though! It's
Warm and
peppery on
fuzzy.
the yeah, the warm and fuzzy. It's peppery on the rear of the palate, and then it just because I only take little sips. You know, with these glasses, these jarritos, you don't need a whole lot.
Right.
Um, on my palate now, I'm getting more of that baked agave now.
Hmm.
But on that first pass, it's sweet, like from entry to mid palate, and then it gets peppery at the rear.
The second taste was a little bit more peppery and less sweet.
Yeah, that first pass was unusual, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe it hadn't opened up yet, but that first one is very sweet.
Maybe my palate wasn't primed either. So,
Well, I, to be fair, I always cleanse my palate. We talked about that before. You know, I do the vodka thing. I rinse it out. If I know I'm going to do a tasting, I don't eat. I eat something bland beforehand. It's early here for me. Well, early for me at 1:30 in the afternoon. It's 4:30 his time. But
yeah.
he's almost done with his day. I'm just like getting started. so so I'm real careful with not having any spicy foods and things like that because that's part of it. Otherwise, we're not giving the brand a chance. And I really like it. It's very subtle. You know,
Yeah.
the aroma is subtle. The flavor, like I said, on that first pass was very sweet. I agree with you on that. And not cloyingly sweet, just sweet
No.
like a Highlands agave or something, that
Let's see. I'm trying to remember what I saw on this one. If it was
I
mixed or if it was some other brand I saw. But I don't even know where it's from.
wow. I like this profile. I am digging the profile. Um, let me give you some more stats and stories. I'm gonna open up. Well, Dave found the gnome number
No,
on that.
1438.
Let me get
Dis-
into.
Destiladora de Valle de Tequila.
Okay, bear with me here as I go into the latest gnome. We download the latest gnome list from the directly from the CRT every month. Roughly, it updates every month. It used to, when it was really small. I have probably the largest collection of printed out gnome lists from way back, and they used to publish it twice a month, and it was as thin as a just really thin, and now I stopped printing it out because it was getting thicker and thicker like a phone book,
Yeah.
and so now it's all digital for us because these names, the distilleries, some maquiladoras are just huge, and so many names.
Well, this
But
distillery has a lot of.
yeah, it's got several brands coming out of here. So let me give you the stats and stories. The gnome, as Dave said, is 1438.
Mhm.
Destiladora del Valle de Tequila. Um, let let's see what else. It's Casa Maestri. That's why. Okay. Well, Casa Maestri is the one of those brands coming out of there. Doña Celia, yes, this is Casa Maestri.
Tesla's coming out of there.
Yeah, Tesla's coming out of there. Nosotros is coming out of there.
Well,
Uh,
that's where I kind of got that profile from. Nosotros.
Nosotros, yeah. El Serpiente Emplumada. I've had that before, and actually, that one is an international award winner. Azulejos is one that comes out of there. Don Carranza's El Reformador. So several really good brands come out of there. Oh, La Cava de los Morales. You and I had that.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. Yeah. So there are several. I think. Uh, Agavales is another one that you and I have had out of there. I think. Of course, then again, there's Hot Donkey, Sparkle Donkey. Uh, yeah, those are world famous. So you have a plethora of tequilas that come out of there with really different flavor profiles, and some of them are award winners, and some of them are some real donkeys. Uh,
Yeah,
Agua Miel, Agua
this
Miel
one
comes
has
out of
one.
there.
Yeah, this
Agua
one
Miel,
has won a few awards.
yeah, Agua Miel is another one that comes out of there. 21 Seeds. I love that tequila. Spice Note, again, one of my favorites. And there's one I've been trying to get, Montaquila. So we're giving you names of brands, familiar brands that are coming out of there that have won awards. La Historia de Nosotros, that's Nosotros.
Yeah.
So there are some reputable brands coming out of this distillery, and one of them is El Jefe.
Okay.
So, you know, I dig it. I like what they're doing with this.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice tequila, but for being El Jefe, it's kind of like anger management. You know, you expect something to really reach out and grab you, but it's like, no, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's very subtle, and which leads me to believe that it's very mixable, right? I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I this is a tequila you could literally mix with, make a paloma, tequila soda, put it in a margarita, obviously. Um, all kinds of really neat things you could do. It's versatile.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting wow. Now I'm getting so orange. The citrus I'm getting is almost like an orange blossom. It's very light.
Hmm. I'm still getting the baked agave.
Yeah,
It's still just
it's really interesting that the more you let it sit, the more you sit with it, the more it starts to, the more complex it becomes because it doesn't, on the first pass and the second pass, there's not a whole lot going on. You know, it's like one-sided, and now it's got like different layers to it.
Yeah.
I'm I'm kind of impressed, but you're gonna have to spend some time with this because you know it's not like Dave said, it's not gonna reach out, grab you by the shirt collar, and go, "I'm here," you know, because that's what you expect from the name like El Jefe.
El Jefe, yeah.
So anyway, what do we got for pricing, Dave? What do we know about
We're
pricing?
looking at, let's find that page. I'm seeing anywhere from like 30, I think I saw it at $35 at Old Town right now on sale. $40, so right in that range.
So 35 to 40 for the Blanco.
Yeah, a couple others are, marking it up a little more, but
Yeah, this is I tell you what, and you know what else it says? It actually tells you what the lot number is on this. It's printed right on there on the bottle. You know, some bottles you don't get a lot number or you get something unless you know they're making it a point, but they'll actually put the lot number on there too. I can't read it. I don't know what I
yeah,
can't.
mine's half there.
I can't decipher. But it's 80 proof, 750. Let me try one more time here because
Yeah, this is owned by Ryan Sanchez out of Carmel, California.
Ryan, thank you for making this happen. I'm impressed. I really am. It still goes in sweet. I will say
Yeah,
even after like my third or fourth pass, it's still sweet on the palate
yeah.
with a
I'm,
great
it,
finish.
I haven't had a sip in a little bit, and I'm still getting a residual sweetness on
Yeah,
my palate.
yeah, and it's not an off-putting sweetness. It doesn't seem to be artificial.
Mm-mm.
Because you and I have had agave from like Arandas or agave from Totonilco, where that sweetness is it's there, it's prominent, but it's not like cloying. I'm not going to say that it's got something in there that we can't detect. Um, but you know what? I think I'm sold, man. I think it's a brand of promise nominee in
All
that Blanco
right, all right.
category.
And a promise.
Yeah, I agree. It's called El Jefe. That's our take on El Jefe Blanco. But stick with us because
It
we're
does
going to
say
try.
stone brick ovens and a copper pot still.
Yeah, well, see, that explains a lot to me. Okay, it explains the agave that we got at the beginning
Yep.
and the copper pot. The copper makes a big difference. I think copper lends itself to the copper distillation will give you those
It
those
does.
it'll give you that mineral that the other aromas and flavors that you're looking for. It kind of like that old fashioned kind of because that's what this is. It's almost it's really interesting because it reminds me of ones that I've had in the Totonilco, but it's still a little bit more robust, somewhere between Arandas and the Highlands, or Arandas is considered the Highlands, but I'm sold, man. I love the look. I love the beveled bottle. I love the way it feels. The
Yeah,
hand
I like
feels
the
with
nice
it.
clean bottle.
Yeah. Ryan, you're doing a great job, man. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. But that's our take on El Jefe Blanco. Stick with us. We're going to be back with El Jefe Reposado.
Reposado.
But that's our take on El Jefe. You've been watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media, all of our channels and networks. Mike Morales here in Southern California. That guy out there is.
Dave Dinius in Newport News, Virginia.
Dave was telling you, he was pointing down below. If you're watching us on YouTube, please
Thumbs
subscribe.
up,
Give us a thumbs
comments.
up. Give us some comments. If you've had it, if you're in the Carmel area and you're a big fan, tell us what you do with it. Give us a
Yeah.
recipe. Whatever. We love comments. And whatever you do, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.